Howdy, I'm Untitled Chapter coming at you with some more colony survival. And I am going to start doing my digging out of this mine over here. Or not of the mine, of the moat. So I'm going to probably time-lapse this for y'all, although it is about nighttime, so maybe I should do a couple of things before we jump into that. So I'm going to let these guys get to sleep. And I am going to work on some stuff. Let's check my inventory real quick. Let's see what I got. I got 152 bricks. That's nice. I want to try something real quick, just to test what this looks like. Doot, 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 doot. Trying to think if I want to make it a brick building or add some more variety or depth to it. I don't know. I'm not in love with how this is looking. Now, another question I have is, we got some flax seeds. Awesome. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to put this plaster back for right now. And, So, we'll try and lay out an area where I want to put the flax farm. Let's see. If I do it here, let's go for our flax farmer. So if I can do it from like here, nope, excuse me, flax farmer, from here. So we want to get a multiple that gets us to 100. So like a 5 by 15 would obviously, or no, I mean 5 by 20 is what I'm looking for actually. Let's see, 96 might be the best we can do. So the question will be, what kind of a 96 do I want to have? So let's, oh, dang it, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to remove that. Let's remove that. Okay. It messed with the dirt, but I can replace the grass. I wanted to put it one more over so that there's a space there. 98. Haha! There we go. So we're only down 2. That's not so bad. Let's grab our grass while we wait for our guards to wreck out those zombies. And then as soon as it's morning, I am going to do a time-lapse thing. I want to throw on a podcast over here so I can listen to it while I'm doing it. And I'm just going to run around the outside, digging everything out, replacing blocks, just doing the same old stuff. But this is great that we now have a flax farm over here. And I can probably go do a smaller one over here. I didn't realize how off-center this was until I was planning out these farms. So my apologies for that. I know a lot of y'all are probably like, Bryce, it's off-center. Your gate is off-center. But, you know, it still works. And we could actually push that wall out one more segment. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4 segments. And then the 5th one's inside. So then the 5th one would be here. And then 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if I push the wall one more over, it would be even. And y'all let me know that I can actually move my my banner. So at some point, we're going to move that banner probably closer to the center in here. And like this, where the mine is, we might start making this kind of like our central tower structure. Another thing that y'all have been really suggesting is that I should build vertically. So I should build into the underground, build up. I should do a whole bunch of stuff with the elevation in order to maximize space so we can get a huge colony. And I think that's a great idea because we talked about the 75 block problem last time. So what we could do is we could actually start, like, you know, I could go down in here. I could dig out a little section like this, right, in this area. And we could build more farms, we could build more living quarters, everything like that. So we could get up to a crazy number of things. And so I kind of want to do that mostly because I think it would be a really cool way of pushing this setup to the limit to see exactly how many colonists we can get and everything, and how many zombies can come at night. You know, really push the limits of this area. So yeah, all right, they're waking up. I am going to go and, like I said, I'm going to turn on a podcast or something, get into the zone, and I'm going to be doing building for a little while. And I will see y'all on the other side of this time lapse. All right, later, y'all. Okay, y'all, we are back. So I have finished the moat. It goes all the way around. As you can see, the front of this is bricked up, but we ran out of bricks as I was going around the outside. That's also why this roof isn't finished. So I need to hire more brickmen. I actually made 2 more furnaces. Let me go down here. I made 2 more furnaces, so we're going to have more people smelting, but I'm also going to need to make another miner or 2 to be getting clay. So I'm just going to... We're going to really ramp up the number of people that we got. So let's get a little bit more clay. And the reason that I want to get a little bit more clay is that we not only want to be getting more bricks, but we also have a new... Oh, I need to make a new... pick. Hold on a second. Grab this. And there we go. You'll see we're getting coated planks. Oh, we've got enough flax seeds to make another flax field. Great. So... Let me get up here. We have a couple of new materials, right? We have these coated planks that I'm excited to, let these kind of build up and we can use them. We've also got adobe, which, let me look at what goes into making adobe. Linseed oil. Oh, it's just dirt. Oh, that's great. That's great. So as we get the stuff, we're going to be, our crafters are going to be making a good amount of adobe and bricks. And these coated planks. So let's just go ahead and use a little bit of this. I want to see what it looks like, because remember, I wanted this thing to look fancy. So what does adobe look like? Does this look nice at all? Oh, you know what we could do? We could do like a little design kind of thing with the adobe. What if we do kind of like a... Hold on. Let's just take a look at this. And use the white as like an accent almost here and there. Something like maybe or some plaster. I'm not going to spend forever on this, but I do just want to look at it for a little bit. Yeah, something like that's kind of neat. Where we sort of just use the white of the plaster as an accent. And then once I have more adobe, I'll go around like the outside and whatnot. I think that'll be really cool. So I need to get a whole bunch more of all the different types of guys. And I think at this point we may be starting to somewhat impact our food. So I also need to build more farms. Basically, we need a whole lot more of everything. So I do think we're going to start to get into the concept of vertical farming. So how are we going to do that? Well, let's see. Let's use this wheat farm here as the example. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually dig down underneath here. I think it'll be easier to start by going down, and then we can go up later. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and let me do the whole, start working on getting the stone. Oh, we have so much stone. You guys, I'm so happy with all the resources that we have. Like, a big part of this is because it took me, I think, 3 in-game days total to dig out the whole moat and then to start putting in the brick and whatnot. So, hi, what's up, buddy? Do you need a job? Oh, you're the logger. All right, I was like, what are you doing? So let's do this. And let's just see how this works out. I'm going to go down a good distance. I need to at least have the 1 layer above us, right? Like that. So it'll probably be, what, like this far down? Something like this. 1, 2. Because again, I don't like having the, what do you call them? The roofs being like just too high. I like it being 3 high. Gives us a little space, less claustrophobic. So if we do something like this, and we'll save this area for, going even further down. But let's just go ahead and get this kind of set up going. So the idea here is going to be we'll open this entirely out. We'll put another wheat farm below this. And we can just kind of continue this ad infinitum, as they say. Now, one thing that is going to require, though, is... Oh, you know what I realized I could probably do? Hold on. Where's my dirt? Oh, I have tons of dirt. Okay, cool. Because I am going to have to fill it in with dirt as well. We could also go up, is the other part. Like, we could build up into the sky, have, like, terraced wheat farms. So what I want to do is I want to get another, I don't know, 3 or so wheat farms, just so that we make sure that we have a ton, and then we'll also get some more bakers, bread makers, all this kind of stuff. So what I think I should do real quick, let's do a couple of these. 1, a 2, And I'm going to leave them in here for now, these. And then also, what do I need for these planks? So let me grab a couple of planks. And let's make 1, 2. And while we're at it, 1, 2. And the other thing is I want to adjust the amounts of the different things that we're making. But first, let's get this farm going. Because I think that once we have a couple more farms, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable. I mean, I know that our food is absolutely insane at the moment, but part of that is because of the amount that I've been able to build up. We don't actually make a crazy amount every day. I think we probably make somewhere around 200-300 a day. So, you know, that's still enough. And actually, if I pay attention, we might make close to like 500 a day. Who knows? But like I said, it's more having to do with I'm going to have to dig out all this stone as well. I want to make sure we're kind of like future-proofed. We hired a ton of miners today. I could probably make a couple more miners if I'm honest. All right, here we go. Just trying to make sure that we give ourselves the appropriate space. Did I make a road around this whole thing? No, I need to. Just so that I can know that I'm looking at the right spot. So yeah, so this is the idea. We're going to try doing this. And if this works out really well, you know, then this suddenly means that the 75 block limit radius, whatever you want to call it, suddenly no longer is that big of an issue, because we can just kind of build up and build down, and we could get pretty huge in size. So that's really our main next goal, is going to be to try and get our size up super high. So I'm going to continue to do this kind of thing for a little while. And also, like I said, we now have tons of flax, which is great. I should set up a second flax farm so we can be getting tons of that stuff. And then eventually we'll set up even more of them. How are we doing on bricks now? 129. All right, so cool. You see, it is actually working out pretty well. Let's get the miner tool thing, and we're going to go for flax farmer, and we're going to go from here. It's going to be a much smaller one than our last one, but it'll still work. 77, that's still something. We'll go ahead and recruit the colonists. Yeah, looking at our food, I think we're making maybe 200 or 300 a day. So we still do need some more farms, for sure. So while they're all going to sleep, and did we make any more adobe today? Made a little bit. A little bit. That's good. As long as we're making a little bit, then I could slowly start to adjust the look on this building. And then soon, I think it'll take really nice shape. What does that look like with red brick, I wonder? Red brick and adobe. How does that look? A little too similar. A little too similar. The other thing is, let's just quickly look at these since we have some. What are these called? Coated planks. Let's see what these look like. Ooh, look how fancy that is. Oh, yeah. What if we do something like a pattern in the floor? What if I were to go, like... Just give me a minute. Just want to see. Like, what if we were to do something like that? You know? Crisscrossing. Although the gloss on this is just so much nicer than this. Yeah, this is going to have a nice coated plank floor all over the place. Because this is a schmancy building, okay? And schmancy buildings have schmancy materials. And that's the nature of our kingdom here, all right? We say, hey, are you a schmancy building? Are you so fancy that you have to use schmance instead of fance? Then you need coated planks for show. Oh, yeah, these look great. Oh, I love these. They look fantastic. Yeah, we want to make a ton of that. Which is why I'll be glad once we have another flax farm up and running, and when we have a couple more crafters, that should really help us to get that stuff done. And we'll continue to make each of these little spots look kind of unique and whatnot. I think it'll be great. Okay, let me get back to digging out this farm. And I think our guards are still doing fine. I could always hire some more. But they seem to be doing a fine job. I think we have 6 guards, and the fact that the zombies have to cross this really does make it a lot easier for them to shoot. And I think that I can also get some guards up on the edges as well, and they'll kill them as they're walking in. So I think we're totally fine. So this guy needs like some torches around here. It's like because the way the trees grow, it's hard for the torches to properly light things up. Okay. Let's get some torches down here so y'all can see what I'm doing. But it is just going to be digging this out. Going to get plenty of dirt. Now, the other thing is, like I said, I do want to make a ton of that adobe. I like that we're going to be getting all these nice fancy materials. It's pretty cool. Where's the next? Nope. Close. No, escape. Let's get some more torches up. Just looking for where the, there it is. Where the edge is. Okay. And I know it's 10 by 10. And then once we have this all done, one thing that I would like them to fix, the hitboxes, or I guess the way that the craft mechanic works, is it works on a very strict space. And so even if you're not, like, if I'm looking down here, like if I was playing Minecraft and I was looking down here, right, and I want to do this, I would be hitting that. I wouldn't be smacking the torch next to me because it goes for where you're looking, not what physically is occupying the space in front of you most of the time. So I would prefer if it worked similarly to where it didn't always. It seems like it's just very strict. I'm constantly knocking torches off of walls when I don't mean to be, because I don't even see that I'm in their path. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. Cool. All right, that didn't take too long. Doot. And then lastly, because I want the roof to be at least 3 high, I'm going to need to dig out this stone layer as well. So we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, as we're doing this, thank you all so much for all the comments and everything like that. I've been really listening to y'all's suggestions and whatnot about kind of design ideas and where we should be going with the farm. People were talking about, moving the banner. I could move to a different colony area and come back later if I wanted to. I don't know if I move the banner, would the people stay here? I wonder if they would. I think they might. Like, I think they'd still live out here and everything. It's just that, like, the zombies spawn within 75 blocks of the banner, so I'd need to, like, make sure that it was contained within. Ooh, that's what I could do. Oh, I just had an idea. Okay, so here's my idea. I'll explain it to you, and then maybe I can show it to you better later because in case I have issues explaining. I could go to our back of our wall, and from the back of our wall, count all the way forward until we reach the 75 limit from there. And then that's where I could put the banner. And so then the people in this town should still be protected, but then we could make more towns outside, maybe, if it works the way I think. Yeah, that could be a thing. So we're down to 2386 food. So we've lost about 100 food today, I think, so far. Now, we'll probably make it back. It's probably going to be fine. But we'll see. How am I doing on actual wheat? Okay, so wheat right now does seem to be a limiting factor. I don't see any extra wheat, so getting wheat first will be nice. Okay. It'd be nice if you could tell your people to dig out zones. Like if I could like set a zone for a miner to mine out, that would be pretty neat. Okay, last layer of stuff. See, I just knocked that torch off the wall. Why did I knock that torch off the wall? I mean, if you could set miners to like actually mine out a zone, I think I would really appreciate that. But whatever, we can do this. It's not such a bad idea. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, like, I know that like I would really love it if I could build multiple little colonies that were connected together by roads and all that stuff. And at the moment, I don't know if it's going to be feasible just because of the 75 block zombie spawn issue. Now that's something I imagine that they will adjust or fix in some way in future updates, because that sounds to me like more of a like a quick kind of solution to a problem, and then you kind of go, oh, but wait, then that means you can't do this, right? Because I love the idea of building wide. I don't like the idea of necessarily having to do what I'm doing right now, which is going to be, digging down or building up. And honestly, I'm thinking building up makes more sense, because this took a while to dig this area out, whereas I could build a couple pillars up, fill it in with dirt, And then we got ourselves another one. So we'll do that after this one. So we'll have one going down and one going up. And we'll see what that looks like. So we'll have these terraced farms. Another one of you remind me of... you reminded me that I can use the leaves to decorate. So I should be doing that, making little like bushes and things like that, kind of pretty things up. I think that'll be nice. And that's another thing. This is just kind of our first run at this game, right? I've still been learning a lot. I didn't really know a ton about it. And so part of it... Okay, that's the edge right there. Okay. Do, just like that. So part of it is also me learning how the game works, and then the next file that I start, I can totally plan a little bit more ahead. Kind of really plan out what the colony is going to look like, what everything's going to look like. So that'll be a future thing that we get to, for sure. I must have the Adobe set to a limit of 20. That must be what's going on right now. So if I just take that out real quick, I'll make some more. And we have excess linseed oil, so that's nice. Because that means that we're getting a lot of flax, and it's just the crafting that's a problem right now, or that's waiting. 23 of these, so let's also grab those. Just want to see. Okay. And more dirt. It's a lot of dirt, y'all. It's a lot of dirt. Okay. And... huzzah! So, let us go ahead and... Oh, you know what else I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need a spot with a chest. So, we're going to put a torch here. We're going to put... Do I have any chests? Why don't I have any chests? I thought I have the dude set to always build a couple of chests. Whatever. No problem. So let's put a chest here. And I would like to put a chest here. And the reason I'm doing this is because they seem to kind of go for... F5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, yes. Here's where it needs to be. They seem to go and try and seek out which one is the closest, and so part of me worries that whoever the farmer is would try and go up upstairs to try and access one of those chests rather than ones that are here. Whoa! Hey, bro! What are you doing? That was interesting. I think he's the wheat farmer from upstairs. Maybe he's all like, "Oh, what are you doing in my basement?" Okay, so then let us go ahead and we're going to grab our farmer tool. We're going to set that to a wheat farmer, and we are going to do this. Oh, wow, I made this space way bigger than I needed to. Oh, that's right, because that's the barrier right there. No, remove that area. So I have plenty of space right here. 10 by 10. So that's the actual farm area right there. So I did actually leave myself some room around here, which that's fine. That gives us even more space. That's great. So I can actually dig this out, and I can put some stone pathways in there as well, if I would like to. Okay, so we got that one. And then now, like I was saying, I could also build one up, right? So I think the way we'll do that is similarly to here. We'll build a stairway that goes up. That, okay. Doot, doot, and doot. So then how high up is that? Is that 3 or is that 2? So if we built across there, then it'd be 2. So let's do one more, actually. This actually gets us up to about the level of the, where people could easily get onto the wall. That's fine. Something like this, okay. And then build, oh, ouch, can't hold shift. It's not Minecraft. Build out like this, okay. Then the idea is you just kind of mirror this space here. And I'll put some pillars in and whatnot to kind of make it, you know, less as if it's not fitting this environment. So they'll have to like walk around on some of the areas and whatnot. Okay. Well, we'll wait on the pillars for now. I'll figure something else out because I want to make sure that they can also still use the walkways and whatnot. Okay, doot. Right, yep, okay. Come on. And then in the morning, we'll get to see both of the new wheat farmers, I think. Because this one should go a lot quicker, building upwards. Okay, so then as far as having kind of like a pillar type deal holding it up, let's go for maybe, got any, let's see what it looks like if I use the leaves, right? And I'm not saying this as like, oh, it's a pillar made of leaves, but it's more like, think about if it was like stone that had vines wrapped around it. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of a cool idea. So what if I did something like this? So the problem is that I built all these farms so close together. So now these walkways, people have to kind of go around them. But that is what it is. What about like that? Do. Okay. And lastly, let's pick you up. Yeah, the downside of this, like I said, it is part of it is that I'm doing this on the fly, so I didn't really plan ahead as to where I wanted all these kinds of things. Okay, so anyway, so that's an idea, but let's just do stone for now because it's fitting and it makes sense. But let's do it maybe like right here for this side. Now, if I got rid of these squares, it's going to mess with my growing, I think. Right? Yeah. Close. So I can't really do anything with those, so that's just going to have to be how it is. So it's not perfect. In the future, I will plan with more space in between farms. So like this, if we start a new colony somewhere, and that will allow me to do this without it being so, like, kind of squished up against everything. Okay, so doot. And then, yeah, so then for this, come on. See, that's the thing. It's like these count as being high, and so when you gotta aim over it, it just makes it very finicky, I guess, is the word I would use. How about that? Doot. Alright, you don't need a roof above you like that. What about here? Is that good? Yeah, okay, cool. So that'll do there. Sounds like our guards are doing just fine. So let's grab this dirt. Let's fill this sucker in, and then I'll add some torches as well. No, not logs. Dirt. Thank you. Torch. 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 Okay, so let's fill this in. And then you'll kind of see the idea that I'm going at here is that it really is just basically like build farms up, and then you can build as many as you want, as high as you want. I don't know what the ceiling of the world is, but this allows you to really get dense. So now it's more like city building than farm building. Now, to be fair, I'm assuming at some point in the future with this game, they're going to add a mechanic that means food requires sunlight. Because, that's kind of a thing that is, real life an issue, but that, in this game so far, because it's early alpha, is not a problem. So you can do things like this. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're playing this game right now, enjoy doing this. I have a feeling, I don't know this for sure, they haven't said anything, or at least I haven't read anything that suggests this, but I imagine they'll add a mechanic to do that, because this is an easy exploit, is to just do this kind of thing, like infinitely, and you could build a crazy big colony in a tiny little space, and then use guards everywhere to like protect that. So anyway, that's where we're at. Give me a couple of these. Boop. Nope. Come on. Boop. 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 And finally, wheat farmer tool. Yep. Look at that. Now, let's hire 2 more people. Okay. So, now that we're doing this, now that we've got this kind of going along, I will also start to do this, though. Because I like the idea of, like, kind of, I don't know, decorating with this stuff. Yeah, that kind of like is like it's almost wrapping around. It doesn't really look like it, but it is what it is. And there you go. You saw him. He went up there. Let's watch you do your thing, buddy. Yeah, plant away. What about down here? Same deal. Totally working. Okay, so let me get this guy up here a chest or two, because he's going to need it. 1, 2, 3. Doot. Nope, put you away. Doot. Okay. Can have one there. Come on, why aren't you putting it down? There. Oh, because of the, of course, because the wheat was in the way. All right, just like that. You got crates everywhere that you could possibly need them. And then I can also build some stairs down onto the wall. Hooray. All right, so now we got a little bit more food going. Obviously, it's not going to cover us for right now, but we're still making plenty of food to the point where we're in an excess right now, so that's great. I want to look at my rates on these other things real quick. Yeah, these are all set to 20, so I want this at like 100. I want this at like 100. I want this at infinite. Make as much of that stuff as you can. Actually, I'll set it to like 300. Okay, now I would like to hire... let's see. I think we have plenty of bread makers and what do you call them? Grindstone people for now. So I think what we'll do next is going to be crafters, actually. And let me get all this adobe. Let me get all these planks. And so in here, we're going to add... We're going to fix the floor, and we're going to add another crafter. So you were a crafter. Let's add another crafter over here. Yeah, like this. Okay. And let's go ahead and hire him. Nope, wrong button. Recruit a colonist. Okay, and we're going to add a little crafting station over here as well, I think. So it's going to be another one like this. And a crate right there. And what do I want this little spot to look like? It's just a tiny little area. So we're going to do adobe and brick. So it's going to be like this. And just a little brick roof. Nothing too fancy. Right? And this is where another crafter will live. So let's hire yet another colonist. It'll become that crafter. I'm going to get rid of this. So it's just a tiny little nook, but it's something. And actually, let's do it like this. Let's have it be the entrances in the center for this one. And then I can add even another crafting table on the edge over here if I wanted to. But that'll help me to make more of the adobe and the coated planks, which we're going to want because I do really want to finish out this building in this fashion. So I'm going to just do a little bit of decor here. Let's do that. Oh, no, that's supposed to be plaster. Okay, so plaster. Okay. All right, I'm liking that we're getting more of a little designy elements here. Now, let's go this way. I know that this building isn't done yet, but it will be at one. Oh, whoops. Well, I'll put that down in a second. So I'm going to do adobe all along the bottom here. Oops, again, with the torches. Come on. So we're going to do this. I love that it's dirt for rich people is what they call it. Okay, and... I always wonder, is adobe something that all y'all are familiar with? I realize I'm originally from the South, so I'm familiar with actual adobe buildings and whatnot. Some of y'all may not be, because I guess it is an American thing, specifically a Native American thing. I don't know, do they have it elsewhere in the world? I don't know. I'm curious. What do y'all know about adobe? Anyway. That's a little side note there. Okay. That's not bad. What if every now and then we do like a little 1, 2, 3? So we do a 1, 2, 3 there. And then a dot. Ooh, maybe something like, okay, here. Just trying to do, it's like kind of like almost a random design, but it's more, there's some method to my madness here. All right, and then a 1, 2, 3 there. Okay, so it's like a little designy kind of thing. I kind of dig that. Something like that. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Do. Oh, but then there's an extra over here, so I might actually need to extend it out one more. So we do it like that. And then we do up, then down. So you go down, you go up, and there we go. All right, cool, neat little design on the side there. And we'll do the same thing over here. Well, even though no one will see it, all right, it's important that it's done. Okay, so this one is like that, right? Something like that. And then it goes down. Or is it down then up? Oh man. Hold on. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna make this work. Down, then up, then like two weird cross things. Okay. So down, then up, okay, hold on, torch is going to come down. Okay, so then from there, what does it look like? I want to make sure I match it. It's, and then it's like a plus sign with the hole missing. Okay. I think I got it. Oh, did I start? I started one too far over. Dang. Okay. Let's just, how much Adobe have I got left? Not bad, not bad. So, we have an empty wall there. Then, here. Let's get a torch back up. So claustrophobic right now. This is messing with me. All right, there, and there. Then it's plus sign. So like this. Then it's another plus sign. Doot, doot. And then it's reversed. So it's up. 1, 2, 3. And then down. You and you. Okay, so now this side matches the other side, I believe. It's really hard to see because of how close I built this to the wall, but that is fine, just fine. All right, how are our guards doing? Are the zombies getting anywhere close? Nope, not at all. So we're definitely going to be able to expand out food-wise and everything else. So that's going to be something that we'll be really tackling next time, I think, is kind of really expanding out the amount of people that we have somehow. Not exactly sure how, but somehow. All right, and then back wall. Ooh, I like that you can see it on this side, though. That's neat. Yeah, that's neat. All right, torches. Wonder how many torches I busted by picking up walls that torches were on. Okay. Now we're gonna need to let's fill out this floor. And right now I'm only doing the middle floor. Like this is one of those funny things. I used to work in a mall. I used to work in retail, and I always thought it was interesting from the standpoint of like someone who worked there. That like the way that malls work is kind of like, you know, if you own a spot or if you're leasing a spot, like all businesses do, it's your responsibility to do, like, to take care of and improve and do everything for like interiors of stores. So anyways, like you would have like the these weird separations. Like as soon as you step outside the door or whatever like that, you could tell which stores were really clean and which stores were really dirty because of like the difference between the color of the floor on the outside and the floor on the inside. Because the floor on the outside would be like professionally cleaned, and then the floor on the inside is like, well, how do you clean it? Do you have professional cleaners? Do you have your employees clean it? What do you do? Because like the shop that I worked in, it was just like we were expected to clean it, and that was part of our job was, the employees clean. And so, we do our best, but we ain't no professionals. So the floor on the inside of our place looked kind of like this, and then you stepped outside, it was like, ooh, fancy. Kind of go like, oh goodness. It's just one of those things that I always found interesting. Like you would think from the standpoint of the mall that they would be like, oh, we want to make sure that it's everything looks pretty and matches and is nice and fits our style or whatever. But apparently not. Apparently that's not something that too many places worry about. Okay. Oh, is that all? Did I use them all? No, we got more. Cool. Good. Nice. Look at this floor. Dude, this stuff is nice. Well, eventually, when we have enough of it, we could replace all the wood in our whole place with this stuff. I'm so excited for when they add more blocks to this game. I think it's going to be great. They're barely even making it onto the bridge, so we can expand plenty. Okay. So I'm going to continue to work on this guy, I think. I think that I want to build our stairs, because I said that I would build stairs up to an upper area, right? So, where's the entrance? The entrance is here. The entrance would lead you... Hold on, let me see. The entrance would go right up to here. So I want this to match the interior. Cute. Okay, so this really is just like a little nook right there. Okay, so you go up like this. Now you're up top. But actually, it's going to need to be one more out as well. It's going to need to be here. Because I'm going to have to put a whole floor above as well. And this will be where the next floor is. So, what are we going to make this floor out of? I mean, it could be schmancy blocks. You know what I'm saying? Real schmance. Okay. And there we go. We got a couple more. Oh, you keep that. We got a good amount of adobe. So I will go ahead and I'll just fill in. I think I'll just do like plain adobe walls for right now. Like this. So I'm just go around and do this real quick. We'll add the stone and the plaster accents later. But I just want to see how this is gonna look as I build it up. Okay, and we got a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I like it. I think it's going to be a cool thing once it's done. I might add a row, now that I think about it, of stone here. And then maybe what I'll do... Oh, I think this will be cool looking. Hold on. I'll tell you guys about it here in a second. Then what I'll do... is I will add a... Come on. Do it. I will do the same pattern that is below the adobe, but I'll invert it. So it'll be upside down from the one that's below it, right? So in some places that won't mean much, but on the edges it'll be clear. It'll be like, oh, cool, it's like a repeating pattern. So I think that'll be neat. All right, come on. It's the torch. I was like, why can't I place a block? It's because there's a torch right there. And torches, as we have learned, are quite fickle. Okay. See? No, torches, you're killing me here. Okay. And finally, this stuff. Okay, now, another question I have, come on, is how are we doing on wheat? Do we have extra wheat? We're getting a little bit extra wheat, but not enough to matter yet. Once these guys start to, which one are you? Are you from below? Oh no, he's from this one. Okay, well this guy he only has the one, so that makes sense. I'll give him one here. And we'll also give him one here. Alright, so I lost my train of thought while that guy was doing his thing. Ooh, I like this, though. Hold on. Let's grab the leaves. Let's do this. So I'm going to do the repeating pattern on the outside of the mall building. But let's see what this looks like real quick. Oh, yeah. I kind of like this. That kind of sets it off a little bit, you know? And it also, like, kind of says, like, hey, look, nature. We're doing nature things here. Yeah. I dig it. I dig it. Dude. Perfect. Cool. He has no path. What's his problem with his path? Oh, it's because I was probably standing in his way or something. Okay. Another thing I need to think about, though, is the way that I have this little window thing. Yeah, it's one level below where it should be. So, we're going to grab a little bit more adobe. Nope. We're going to go like this. Dude, drop that in there. Okay, and so it'll be like right at this level. And that's okay. Alright. Yeah, we're starting to get there. And I'll just have to work on this on my own at some point, or a little bit next episode, because we're starting to get to where I need to quit this episode so I can move on to work on some other things today. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode and y'all like seeing more of this stuff. I mean, the big thing I think is going to be once we have really once we've gotten really comfortable with the game, and then the next update comes out, I think we'll probably start a fresh new colony, and we will start from scratch, kind of figuring out the different things. Unless the new update comes like tomorrow, in which case I'll be like, oh, okay, well, we're going to stick with the stuff we've got. But because we're already at a point where we're doing pretty well. So our main goal right now is going to be, I'm going to want to dig out a whole bunch of space and whatnot, so that I can put in a ton of beds and give ourselves a ton of jobs and whatnot, and just hire a ton of people, because we're still doing fine on food. We're building up even more food. So I'd like to expand out this space as well, get more shops up in here, and then we're going to be good to go. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all, thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw, please be sure to give this video a like, a favorite, subscribe to the channel. My name has been Price, and I will see y'all next time! All right, it's design time. Oh, I fell! One right there. Didn't like that. Okay. All right, I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Bye.